Macmillan Audio presents Jackie, Janet, and Lee. The Secret Lives of Janet Auchincloss and her daughters, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis and Lee Radziwill, by J. Randy Taraborrelli. Read for you by Anne-Marie Lee. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the course. I have kept the faith. Paul the Apostle. Prologue. March 15th, 1961. The White House. It was an evening Janet Auchincloss would never forget. The kind that made her wonder whose life she was living, because it certainly didn't seem like her own. Wearing a beige silk dress with a delicately jeweled bodice, pearls at her neck, and a fine emerald pin on her shoulder, Janet and her husband Hugh walked into the state dining room and stood in stunned silence. Before them was a sea of people in formal wear, seated at round tables, 7 at each, in chairs covered in yellow, brown, and raspberry-colored silk. The tables were draped in gold cloth, with simple yet elegant centerpieces of yellow and white hydrangeas, freesia, peonies, a sprig of tangerines, and 2 perfectly placed tapered white candles. The flatware was antique vermeil. The room itself was also stunning, adorned tastefully in an 18th century Louis XVI style with pale yellow walls, gold silk drapes, and crisp white molding. While a small string quartet softly played, people milled about searching for their place settings while chatting happily among themselves. As Janet would later recall, it took a minute or so for her to focus on the 70-plus guests before she realized that most of them were relatives and personal friends. Continuing to survey the room, she saw one animated young woman trying to flag her down. It was her daughter, Lee. Janet made a beeline for her. After an embrace, Lee took her mother by the hand to the table where she was seated with her husband, Prince Stanislav Radziwill, known to all as Stash. Hugh, impeccably tailored in a gray and white tuxedo, greeted his stepdaughter with a warm hug, and Stash with a firm handshake. As everyone enjoyed one another's company, the anticipation in the cavernous dining room continued to build. Finally, a stately-looking gentleman went to a microphone and, with great pomposity, announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and the First Lady, Jacqueline Kennedy." At that point, everyone rose and applauded as the first couple made their way slowly through the dining room, smiling, shaking hands, and graciously greeting guests. Janet's oldest daughter, Jackie, was a real beauty. Her ink-black short hair in a glossy yet simple coif. Her angular face clear and luminous, as if carved from polished marble. She had prominent cheekbones and dark eyes set far apart. Her teeth weren't perfectly aligned, but her smile was appealing just the same, as if that one flaw lent humanity to her goddess-like quality. Love and pride lit up Janet's face as Jackie reached out to her and kissed her on the cheek. Jackie then embraced Hugh and Stash, saving her sister for last. Smiling, she and Lee joined hands, holding each other at arm's length to complement their fashion choices, Jackie in white sleeveless organza, Lee in flowing red silk, before finally hugging each other.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?